Many companies face challenges getting employees to enter data properly into the system. Now, this could be upon initial data entry or even an example of requiring information in a particular field before being able to take action on something like moving a candidate from one stage to another. There are actually quite a few scenarios that could apply. Target Recruit provides our clients with the ability to create validation rules to ensure that data is entered correctly where needed. This will also help prevent issues from happening further along in the process. So the example I'll use today will be simple. On a job order, I have formula fields that calculate the length of the assignment both in days and weeks. Now this is dependent on the expected start date and end date. I also have this information feed to reports. Now I've noticed on reports lately that I've had a couple negative days on contracts, which means my users are entering start dates that are later than the end dates. So what I'll do here is I'm going to write a validation rule just to ensure that they can't do that. So I go to the gear icon, I choose setup, and then I'll go over to the object manager because I need to choose the object that I'm going to write this validation rule for. So in the quick find, I'm going to put in job and select my job object. Now in this menu on the left, you can see I have validation rules. You can see that I already have one here, which requires my users to put in a reason why they're closing a job. But we're creating a new one, so I'm going to click new. For a rule name, I'm going to do a valid, we'll enter in here valid dates. For the description, we'll put in start date must be before end date. Now in the condition formula section, if you know how to write formulas, then you're able to just write it out. Otherwise, you can use these guides to help. So I'll click insert field and I'm going to enter expected start date and I'll insert that. And then I'll do an operator of greater than. And then the next field will be end date. So choose end date. Now that I have that formula, I can check the syntax and the system will tell me if there's an error to it or not. It validated, says it's good. And now the error message that I want to show to my users in case they do something is, how about we type expected start date cannot be later than end date. So that's the message that they'll receive. And I can choose the location of the message as well. So I can either leave it at the top of the page, or since I'm doing this on a particular field, I can draw their attention to that field where it will show the error in red font. So we'll choose to draw their attention to the expected start date. And now once I save that, I now have a formula that is written for my job orders that will keep my users from entering incorrect dates in both the start and end date field. It was as simple as that, and it could really be applied to many different scenarios to help keep data clean.